Okay, in this lesson we are going to be doing some practice questions. We're going to just simply do these questions to test and recap the knowledge that we gain. Now I remind you that it is best to try and answer these questions before I put the solution on the page. So in between the video you will pause it, try and answer it, come back and see whether or not you are right or wrong. This way would be best for you to actually learn the work. So first question is, which of the following pairs consists of base units for fundamental quantities? We're going to look at each one of them. We see that the kilogram is the unit for mass, meter is the unit for length, and it's the same thing here. Second is the unit for time, ampere is the unit for current, and Kelvin is the unit for temperature. So the answer is that all of these pairs belong to the base units of fundamental quantities. Consist of base units of fundamental quantities. Question number 2, is the ampere an SI unit? And according to question number 1, the answer is yes. It is an SI base unit. Next question, what is the base unit of temperature in the SI base system? And according to question number 1, we already know the answer as being Kelvin, Kelvin. Question number 4, is the unit nm a valid unit of work? Now this here is an error, it's not supposed to be an, it's supposed to be a. Is the unit nm a valid unit of work? And we already got this equation when we were doing derived units. We know that work is equal to force multiplied by distance. And we know that the unit of force F is the Newton. And the unit of distance here is the meter. So N multiplied by M, and according to algebra we will simply write it as Nm. So the answer is yes, it is a valid unit of work. Question 5, is current a derived quantity? Now in question number 1 we already stated that ampere is used as the unit of current, and ampere was a fundamental unit. So therefore current is also a fundamental unit. So the answer to this is no, it is not a derived quantity. Number 6, is cubic centimeter an SI base unit? Cubic centimeter means that I am going to take centimeter and multiply it by itself 3 times. That is what cm to the third power means. From this point it should be very clear, that centimeters cube is not an SI base unit. The SI base unit is meters. And this is what we use to measure length, not centimeters. Question 7, what is the value of the prefix mega? From the table that you were given for prefix values, we know that mega has a power of 10 to the 6th, which is equivalent to saying 10 multiplied by itself 6 times. Write 0.0006 millimeters in scientific notation. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to write the 0.0006. And then we are going to convert this milli into the power that it represents, the multiple of 10 that it represents. Milli represents 10 to the power of -3 meters. Next, we are going to take this and write it in scientific notation. If we take this and write it in scientific notation, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4 until we have it between the value of 1 and 10. Remember, it's supposed to be the value when you're converting it to scientific notation. Scientific notation requires that you have it being greater than equal to 1 but less than 10. So we see in that this here moves the decimal point 4 spaces until it becomes a 6. We're multiplying, and then when we are multiplying, the power needs to be negative. So we write 6 multiplied by 10. We count out 4 tens, and we say negative since we are multiplying. And we put back the multiple of 10 to the -3 meters. According to our indices laws, once we have the same base, we simply add the powers. So -4 plus -3 will be equal to -7, and we have 6 multiplied by 10 to the -7 meters, if we are to write this in scientific notation. We could simply also have written the answer as 6 by 10 to the 6 by 10 to the -4 millimeters. This here is also scientific notation, but the unit value is millimeters instead of this here, which is just simply meters. Notice the both of them is the same value. The speed limit on the highway is 80 kilometers per hour. A person driving at 30 meters per second is stopped by the police. Should the person receive a speeding ticket? For this question, we have to either convert the 30 meters per second to we have to convert the meters per second to kilometers per hour, or the kilometers per hour to meters per second. I will go and change the 30 meters per second to kilometers per hour. So first off, you write the value as a fraction. So we say 30 m all over s. Next, we choose a value of 1 that is convenient for us, and we multiply by it so we can change the form but not the value. We'll start off with the meter, m. So we say 1 km, which is the unit that we want to convert to, divided by 1,000 meters is 1. And we choose the next one, s. We put the s on top so that it could cancel, and we have the h on the underneath, which is what we're trying to convert to. And we say that 3,600 seconds is equal to 1 hour. We do the relevant calculations. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We cancel the seconds and we cancel the meters. We see in that we have 3 by 1 km by 36, which is going to be equal to a value of 108 km. And then on the underneath we have 1, 1, 1h, and we multiply all of those and we get on the underneath h. We will leave out the 1 for now. And we see in that the answer is 108 kilometers per hour. So therefore, this person should get a ticket because they are going over the speed limit. In this question, an airplane is traveling at 83.3 meters per second. We want to find out if it's traveling faster than a car that's going 140 kilometers per hour. First off, in this case, again, I have to convert meters per second to kilometers per hour. So I can go either way. Since I use meters per second previously, I am now going to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second. So I start off by first writing it as a fraction, 140 kilometers over hour, and I'm going to choose values of 1 that is convenient for me. Now I desire to convert meters to kilometers, so I'm going to write the kilometers in such a way that I can cancel it off on the underneath here, and I introduce the meters on the top. It is 1 kilometer to 1,000 meters. Next, I am going to convert hours into seconds. So I'm going to write here on the top with the hours and on the underneath with the seconds. I know that 1 hour is equivalent to 3,600 seconds. I can do simple cancellations, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I can simply use my calculator and find out the value. Notice here also that the hours cancel with the hours and the kilometers cancel with the kilometers. And now have 140 multiplied by 10m multiplied by 1 and divided by 1 by 36s. I can see right away that my answer would be equivalent to 38 and 8/9 meters per second. I can see right away that this value here is lower than this value here. So I can say no. the car is not traveling faster than the airplane. Now, if any of these questions seem to be a little bit confusing or you don't understand the solution to them, you can always message me and ask for any kind of questions or comments. Or if you find it was difficult, let me know. Thank you.